Christine Curran, she's the creator and founder of the Dining Divas. She's been at it for 5 years. So I met her within the Tower Club, and then she put me on. I never did TV, nothing like that. That was never in my plan, but she made it like into my plan, right? So now I'm a dining diva, and we've been filming for the last 7-8 months. We actually went on the cruise, the Celebrity Cruise Line. We did a podcast.
I know. I can't wait for that one to come out.
Hello, Empower Nation. Welcome to Empower Her Money podcast. I'm your host, Angela Duncan, speaker, best-selling author, serial entrepreneur, and we talk all things money and business. Today's episode is sponsored by morewithangela.com, morewithangela.com, where we are bringing passive income opportunities from the wealthy to you. Keep more, make more, live more. Go to morewithangela.com today, schedule your call, and let's help you on your passive income journey. Today's episode, I get to interview Kelly. She is a dining diva, and she is with the Tower Club here in Fort Lauderdale. We are on location shooting this episode, and she's going to teach you about competition, what's her driver, and the Dining Divas TV show, and what we can learn in the upcoming seasons. Check out this episode.
Hi, Kelly. Welcome to Empower Her Money podcast. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. We are on-site location here, Tower Club in Fort Lauderdale. So thank you so much for allowing us to come in here and do the podcast. I would love for you to first start with your journey. Kind of tell us a little bit about your background before we get into what you're doing today.
Okay, so basically I started, so I'm from Connecticut originally, born and raised, and I moved to Florida about 8 years ago. And my journey here actually started in Orlando. I was there for a year. I was really landlocked, and I always wanted to be near the beach. In Connecticut, I was like 30 minutes away from Old Lyme and an hour away from Rhode Island, where like my family's beach house is. So I always wanted to be closer. So then after my first year in Orlando, I moved over to Fort Lauderdale, and I was living on the beach, directly on the beach. Actually, you can see it out that window. It's the two pink buildings. I call it the Pink Castle. I used to say I'm Princess Peach, and I live in a pink castle. That was like my way of kind of starting a conversation and meeting people in the area. Pretty funny. But I came far. Like basically, I was always in the financial industry, mortgages. To be specific. I've been in it for 12 years. I have my NMLS license in Connecticut and in Florida. And then one day, Mark, the GM of Tower Club, called me. He's like, hey, Kelly, I hear really great things about you. I want you to come in and check out the Tower Club. Let me tell you what it's all about and see if you're interested in a position here. And I said, how did you hear about me? Well, I guess I knew a couple of the members already. And for everybody who doesn't know what Tower Club is, it's a business and social club in like right off of Las Olas, Fort Lauderdale. It's been around for 50 years, and it's a great way to get connected in the community of Fort Lauderdale. And so when he, brought me in, he was telling me about this position, the director of the club, basically to be the connector. And when I came in, I fell in love with the idea, and I was like, I could do a lot with this. I'm a visionary, so I took the position and I kind of created my own position within it. So corporate always gives you like the box. Well, I don't even think inside the box. I think on the moon, right? Like I don't even know where the box is. So within a year and maybe 2 months, it was a failing club, and I brought it to number 1. So I added over like 620 new members, but it's all CEOs, presidents of every company, organization that you can think of in Fort Lauderdale. And what I do is I basically throw events 15 to 20 times a month. And within that, I connect the members with the members. And then I bring them out in the community. Majority of my members, because Fort Lauderdale is a growing city, they don't know anyone here. So I'm like their first friend. So I'm like, don't worry, put your trust and faith in me, and I'll show you around, right? So I am part of a lot of charities and organizations. I raise money for cancer research out of Nova University for the Royal Dames. They've been around for since '69, so even longer than the Tower Club has been alive, right? So I did a great job of that, and I think that's what led to my success as the director of the Tower Club.
Yeah, I would, and you know my story too. Like, I wanted to be a member of the Tower Club. I mean, this is an incredible location. I wanted to meet more business professionals in the Fort Lauderdale area, and I tried to get an appointment to come view it before you came aboard, and I couldn't even get in to like see the location. So once you came aboard, you reached out to me and you said, let's meet, come see the club, and it was just an amazing fit. So I've loved what you've done and what you've grown with the club. It's incredible, and it definitely is a professional organization, which is nice to have in Fort Lauderdale. You mentioned you took it from not doing so great to being a top club. What do you think makes you so competitive so that you do want to be, a top performing person?
So in my background in Connecticut, I do come from a political family that wins. So as a kid, I went to all the charity events and the campaigns, and our family parties consisted of like political people within, Connecticut. And my uncle was the mayor for 7 years, and his father was the state representative of Connecticut. My grandfather was a politician as well. So it runs in the blood, basically. And I kind of learned and looked up to, my family, powerful people, and saw how they did it. And I kind of duplicated what I learned from my family, and I put it into what the Tower Club is, and to be successful and to be great and to make it better.
Yeah, and I think there's multiple ways to be competitive. Some people are competitive and they take advantage of situations and their heart's not in the right place, but you are a true connector. And I think that, when people get to know you, they understand that about you and they want to do business with you, which is incredible. So it does lead, a lot to your success. And I really would like for you to talk a little bit more about why that piece of connecting people is so important to you.
To be honest with you, I think it comes naturally. Like, I find purpose whenever I see. So I have a photographic memory. I think it all derives from that, right? So I literally remember, I have 800 members, and I think I remember everyone's first, last name, and what they do, what they're looking for, because I try to sit with each and every one of my members to get to know them on a more personal level. And I try to meet with at least like 7 to 10 people every single day, all CEOs, presidents of companies that are moving into the city. And as soon as I meet with somebody and I see that there might be value in connecting them with one of my members, I automatically like put it on a text message and connect them. And it'll take me 1 second, but that could create a life-changing thing for one of my members or that human that I just like had an interaction with. So I feel like, and then in the end, I see that happening in the club, right? So I create relationships. Within that, I see everybody's business elevating,
right,
or lives elevating, or relationships, or say that they just moved into, the city and then they don't have any friends. I see friendships. One of my members had their birthday party in the Laureate, like right there. And I went to the birthday party, and everyone in it was like 60 people. All of them were Tower Club members, and they're all friends. And for me to get out of the Tower Club and see what I do in the real world, like what I created,
right,
it's a very like good feeling, and it's uplifting and just good vibes. And I love what I do.
What do you think the future of the Tower Club might look like?
Okay, so I do have a plan.
Yeah.
I always have a plan.
Good.
So within the Tower Club, I created a relationship with the Dining Divas. It's a national television show. It's on Travel Channel. It's on WETV. Christine Curran, she's the creator and founder of the Dining Divas. She's been at it for 5 years. So I met her within the Tower Club, and then she put me on. I never did TV, nothing like that. That was never in my plan, but she made it like into my plan, right? So now I'm a Dining Diva, and we've been filming for the last 7-8 months. We actually went on the cruise, the Celebrity Cruise Line. We did a podcast with
I know,
you.
I can't wait for that one to come out.
So the Mastermind, Napoleon Hill Institute, all of that was great. And I love what she's doing. And we actually just came back from Beverly Hills and the Oscars and the Taste Awards. We won an award. That was great. But anyways, within the Tower Club, I created that relationship. And I forgot where I was.
That's okay. So my question too, we'll bring it back to the Tower Club real quick. You're a great.
My plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so my plan is, so basically within the Dining Divas, what we do is we go to different restaurants and like the YMCA, and we basically
You highlight the business and really tell the story.
The story, yeah. So basically we not interview, but kind of, ask questions and hear their story, where they came from, and like how they brought their business up, to number one, or what, like success.
Right.
And now what I was thinking, I was like, okay, Christine, I see what you did in the last 5 years, but invited. So this club is underneath the umbrella of 300 clubs. It's called Invited Clubs. And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Why don't we do like a television show where, Dining Divas goes to every single club within the Invited Clubs. We have country clubs, yacht clubs, city clubs. Like in the City Club LA, we just filmed for season 4 of the Dining Divas. It's on the 51st floor, and you overlook the whole entire city line. You could see Hollywood sign.
Oh, it's pretty.
So I'm like, my next step is I want to pitch the CEO of Invited Clubs and tell him what we've been doing and what we can do if we collaborate and work together. So he could just like fly us like to every single club. And then, because honestly, Invited Clubs is about to go public. Like that's the plan. So if they want to go public, but they've been so secretive about like their memberships, I think the best way is to put it on national television. I mean, we're a nationwide company.
Yes, I'm volunteering for this in case you want me to like carry equipment or podcast or something.
Yeah, I was thinking I actually do. I love to I love to bring the worlds together. So I was going to ask you if you wanted to be involved in some way. But yeah, I mean, we're already creating a deck. I would love to have this on the deck with me filming for the Dining Divas in City Club LA when I present to the CEO. And let him know what my plan is and see what he thinks about because they have marketing dollars.
Right, so they should be able to do something very cool like that. So I'm a member at the Tower Club. When I come in to see people, what are some things that you would advise maybe a new member to do when they come to an event so that they can make the most out of coming to an event here?
Yeah, so I know it comes naturally to me, and I know it won't come naturally to everybody. Everyone is different. What I usually do, and to be honest, when I started here, I was a little nervous. Like I could be shy when I want to be, just say, hi, my name is.
I really don't believe that one at all.
No, but I can't do speeches. I get so scared. I think they cut that from the TV show when I did the speech on the Celebrity Cruise Line. But no, what I would say is the first step is just introducing yourself. Like, break the ice a little bit. Just be like, hi, I'm Kelly. That's what I say. Literally every step of no matter who I'm talking to. I talk to CEOs, presidents every single day. The Royal Dames, before they chose me to be in with their womanhood and everything. I was like very, intimidated. But it all starts with, hi, my name is.
Yeah. You just want people to get out there, kind of have a conversation, start the conversation, and just kind of let it flow from there. Yeah. So here at the Tower Club, you guys do tons of events. Talk a little bit about how you guys decide what kind of events go on and why you're choosing for those specific events.
Okay, so since we've been around for 50 years, there is corporate programming. I've never been a corporate person. I've always, eat what you kill, like mortgages, like you have to go out there and get it. Make those relationships. That's just who I've always been. I think that their programming is okay. Roman Foster, I'll give a shout out to Roman. He has done a great job at being the director of membership experience. He was a prior member and worked here prior to his position here now, but he's changed it in a better way to kind of tailor it to what South Florida is today. South Florida is a different animal.
Oh, for sure. I'm sure other clubs don't experience what we do here.
And I made the club very diverse. So for instance, we have industry night. So I have the super yacht world. I brought the private jet world in. I have doctors, dentists, lawyers, judges. I have detectives. I have politicians. I have fintech, like literally every single industry that you can think of. I made it.
You have a women's club?
Extraordinary Women's Council. I have a lot in here where I think that I should, Rome and I got together and we dedicate an event, a free event for our members to each industry. For instance, like next month is fashion and apparel. I think the next month is going to be super yacht and marine, where we collaborate with Kitty McGowan. She's the president of the Super Yacht Association, good friend of mine. She actually ran for commissioner before, And so we collaborate with her and all of her memberships. So it's like Tower Club with the Super Yacht Association. And then I think that's actually adds value for my members to, you know, be in touch and make those relationships within the super yacht community, because Fort Lauderdale is the Venice of America.
Right. We've got the water right behind us.
I think exactly. So
Yeah.
like we have more canals, I think, than Venice does. So it was crazy to me that the person in my position, like for the last 50 years, never even thought, like maybe I should bring the super yacht world in here, you know? So yeah, I went out there and I got it though. Like I spent my own money last year. I think I spent over like $15,000 on charity events and events just to get myself in the community, bring them back into the club, so we could all be together, like all the industries together, everybody at the top.
Right.
So
have you ever had to coach a member to not be a member of the club?
What, kick them out?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I was trying to say that nicely.
no, we don't kick people out. The thing is, I don't. So I basically,
because we're looking for like when I come to the club, I want to meet with business professionals. I want to network. I want to hear what other people are doing in their business world. You know, it really does aim for a certain type of clientele. And not everyone fits in that world, and that's okay. You know, whatever they choose to have as their profession or their career, that's fine. But I was just curious to know if there was any juicy details that, you know, you could tell us that you had to coach. I was trying to put it nicely, coach someone to go be a member somewhere else.
So I do have a story. I will not say the name, but there was one time where there was a member that was much older, because we've been around for so long, that the members that are still here, which I love them to death, but there was one time where they grabbed my arm and like yelled at me. And I basically said, "Do not touch me."
Right.
You know, and I stood my ground and I said, "Listen, if you want to be a member, you don't act like that.
Right.
You don't act like that to the members, and you don't act like that to me." I was like, "I don't know who you think you are, but you have to act appropriately, especially in a business club."
Yeah.
You know, and then it was funny. She tried to, "Do you know who I am?" Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "Okay." Yeah. I was like, "Call everybody that you know." And guess what? They all said, "I wouldn't mess with Kelly."
Yeah, same. And it's nice though, because I mean, you put a lot of time, a lot of heart, and a lot of passion into growing the club. And so with any business, you know, if you want to grow the membership, you do have to come from your heart, and people will see that from you when they meet you.
Yeah.
If they come to the club and then they see you, I mean, I think a lot of people probably join because of you and not necessarily because of the club. So I'm sure that's a great feeling too.
No, it is. I think that definitely I've been approached by the higher up, like the corporate, and then they actually, "What makes you so great, Kelly? We want to know so we can teach it to the other people in the position that you're in and at all the other clubs." And you know what I say to them? I said, "Listen, you can't teach this."
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
You know,
to the right person.
But
it should be you teaching it, not them.
Yes. But also I don't want to teach it because I like to win and I'm number one. So I'm like, I don't want to teach them what. So like it's more of a competition. I was like, that'd be dumb for me.
If you teach them and they up their game, you're going to up your game too.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, no, but the thing is what they do, to be honest, is they sit there in their chair and they wait for people to come to them.
Yeah.
The difference is I go out there and I get it.
You're very proactive.
Proactive.
I've been to events with you. You're like, "Have you heard of the Tower Club? Here's my card." And then you just go on about it. And of course, they're going to come check it out because we're all curious about it. And then when they get here and they meet you and they see the people, they're like, "Done, we're here."
Yes. And like literally every time. So tonight we have a member mixer. I have like over 160 people now in the books. But then that's just RSVPs. So it's going to be it's going to be a great time.
Not all of us RSVP.
No. This is Fort Lauderdale, where everybody just either shows up or RSVPs like last minute. So it's like, and I think that we do as a team here, I think we do a great job. If we're having parties 15 to 20 times a month, right? Over 100 people, we do a good job. And then they're telling us last minute. I think we do a great job of putting it together last minute.
Yeah.
Like constantly, like almost every day of the month we have something going on.
Yeah, and a couple other things that I like. So you guys have a magazine, and I've had the opportunity to be interviewed in the magazine, which is a great, thing for me as a member, because then I can go promote the magazine article. I can go promote Tower club. So it's like I'm promoting you guys, but you also gave me the opportunity to promote my own business within the magazine. So I like that. And the other thing is that you guys have a Facebook group and you allow for people to post. A lot of times the clubs only promote their own, but I was able to make a post in the Facebook group because my daughter was looking for a part-time job. Someone reached out to me. It didn't end up being a connection, but most clubs won't even let you post because, you know, they want to completely control the content. So as a member, I appreciate the ability to reach out to some of the other members and when I need something.
Thank you. Yes. That's something that corporate didn't really want us to do, but I kind of changed it up. Like I said, I'm not really a corporate person, but I think it worked in my advantage to think outside of the box. And because I know if you're going to be a part of a business social club, let's make it business and social. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then we're walking distance from all of Las Olas. So if you want to really go crazy and continue the night on, you can. It's like 2-minute walking distance. So, but yeah, no, I would love, see, that's what I love to do though, is to connect and to elevate and to help. Like I wanted it to be more of a TC family, not just like, it was a little stuffy before, but it's completely different now. And
yeah, and you get to combine like your charity. They get to come here and they meet more people, which helps the charity. Dining Divas. You said you met Christine here, and there's other members that have met her as well from here. So it's like you're combining all of your favorites and your loves into one place.
Yes, I love it. It's a family.
Yeah. All right, so I have a fun question for you. Mm-hmm. If you could have a superpower or a super talent, what would it be and why?
Okay, so I thought about this. So telepathy, right? Mm-hmm. So in life, I don't play checkers, I play chess every step of the way because that's how you're successful and that's how you win. And as you know, I come from a competitive family that wins. Mm-hmm. So I picked telepathy because so if I could control or read somebody's mind, mm-hmm. I think that's the most powerful thing to have, right?
Right.
So,
you can understand, like if they came to the club and they had an objection, but then they're thinking something in their mind, you're like, oh no, I really can solve that problem. Mm-hmm. But you just didn't say it out loud, but now I gotcha.
Right, yeah. Like before they even said it, I already like hear it. And then I can just have a rebuttal.
Yeah, there you go. Because you're gonna solve whatever it is that they're looking for. You just need some information.
Right.
Yeah, I like that.
So
awesome.
That's the most important, I think.
Good. Kelly, if our audience wants to get in touch with you, where's the best place for them to find you, Dining Divas and the Tower Club?
Okay, so on my LinkedIn, it's Kelly DeRoche. It's French, so...
I was going to say, you're going to need to spell that for the audio audience.
So Kelly regular, Kelly, and then last name DesRoches. Mm-hmm. And then for Instagram and Facebook, it's Kelly Thérèse DeRoche. So it's French again, so just the same spelling as Kelly and DeRoche. And then the middle one is Therese.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, for being on Empower Her Money podcast. I really appreciate the opportunity to interview you. And we are here at the Tower Club in Fort Lauderdale. Make sure come check it out. It's an amazing club. Like I said, I tried to get in and I could not get an appointment, but Kelly came aboard and I have been a member ever since and truly appreciate your professionalism and your friendship.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you so much for tuning into Empower Her Money podcast. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share this podcast, and leave a review wherever you are tuning in.